Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Just getting a video here for the DAIMA Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. We're gonna hop into the blue Vegeta red zone stage. You know, pretty much, I mean, it certainly does seem, right, like, DAIMA Vegeta is definitely like, kind of like, man, I don't know, like a recommended character for these blue Goku and blue Vegeta red zone stages. I'd certainly say that.
なかなかやるな。
Alright, so we got Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta out. It's just one of these things where, these fights, I mean, to be fair, most fights right now, there's not really like a fight, I guess, besides like Cell Max and Broly, where it's like, if you don't bring like a lineup that's like really good specifically for the fight, we're gonna like struggle or something like that. There aren't really like fights like that right now, right? Like, it's like, I've been mentioning this, but Dokkan did not go overblown with the difficult fights, you know, I think for the 10th anniversary. To me, we do have that big event coming out. I think by the time this video comes out, that, you know, like, long event is going to be a thing. I do not think that that long 50-phase fight is, like, going to be, like, something super crazy. I don't know. I'm not thinking, because I just don't see how they could balance it if we just bring, like, 6 really good stackers. I'm not talking about, like, you know, Tech Super Saiyan Goku and Gohan from 6 years ago. But, like, if we bring, you know, the 10th anniversary characters at stack, like, what is the event supposed to do? All right, like, that's basically where I'm at. And so, I mean, we'll see. But, you know, a lot of these fights, you know, like, DAIMA Vegeta is very good for these, in particular, because, like, the blue Goku and blue Vegeta, like, they could exhibit a lot of pressure, although the blue Vegeta's difficulty is, like, I don't know, less than half or something like that, because blue Vegeta, you can dodge, which immediately being able to dodge just, again, makes the difficulty drop a huge amount if you could get dodges in, right? So being able to dodge is huge. And then blue Vegeta's only doing 1 super, and he has a higher super attack rate, so it's more likely for it to be right away, rather than being, like, kind of like random. You know, especially where some of these bosses can catch you, is if you, like, you can't predict where they're gonna super easily. But like this, like, at DAIMA Vegeta's just gonna sit in slot 1, and he's gonna tank basically everything. I think is how this video is gonna go. And I'm not really too sure what Vegeta could do, right? Now again, it's, you know, this is one of the newer stages. I don't know if I'm gonna do this as a showcase stage all the time. Probably not, because it's like this fight is like actually, you know, exactly the same as like the blue Goku fight. Yeah, let's give Gogeta a lot. This fight is like exactly the same as the blue Goku fight, except just like weaker in like every area, right? It's kind of the way it works. All right, so we're getting these dodges for DAIMA Vegeta, but just getting hit by this super attack is sufficient to get him all of his additional supers, right? It's kind of weird the way DAIMA Vegeta works. I'm not really exactly sure why it works the way it does, but getting hit by just the 1 super will give him both of his additional supers. So we have 2 guaranteed additionals coming here, and then we could get the Hidden Potential System additional as well. All right, yep, there we go. And now we can go ahead and drop 1 more. Quad super. And we get quad super. Nice. Beautiful. So remember, when he does that, the rest of the rotation's defense is really high too. There's one huge reason DAIMA Vegeta can be so impressive in these fights is he's kind of at a defensive level where the blue Goku and blue Vegeta are going to struggle to damage him. And then, remember, every single one of those super attacks, he is significantly raising the defensive stats of the rest of the rotation. So it's like we have Vegeta, you know, popping 3, maybe 4 supers right away. Remember, Blue Vegeta has a very high chance of super. I think he has a 50% super attack rate, which is very high. So it's going to be very common to see Vegeta just, firing these super attacks off instantly. And so then Daima Vegeta, I mean, he can have, I'm sure we could have like really shitty characters be okay in here. Thanks to Daima Vegeta's support. Right, just kind of like the way it works. So kind of interesting. This fight, again, I mean, I feel like we already clinched it, right? Like, just having our rotations be decent enough, which was Daima Vegeta on each rotation, we're completely fine. We're good to go. We're gonna be cooking here. So, I'll probably, let's see how long it takes us to build up Blue Vegeta. Remember, when they first did a boss like this, the first notable boss I can remember where we would consistently hit them and they build up damage was Kid Buu, Red Zone Kid Buu. I remember at first, that little attack buff symbol would show up even if Kid Buu was fully built up, but that's not the way it works anymore. They did change that. So as we're attacking, eventually, Vegeta is going to get to Blue Vegeta. Blue Vegeta is going to get to kind of like his maximum stats. And then once he gets there, at that point, we could just, maybe use Gogeta or something like that to just kind of like finish the fight off, right? AGL Gogeta. We do have physical LR Gogeta as well. And then, yeah, if Blue Vegeta supers us right away, hits us with the super, we get the 2 additionals. Because the way it works is, I still need to tweet this out. I've been meaning to tweet it out, but if Daima Vegeta dodges a super, he does get the guaranteed additional super for dodging the super, right? But he can't, he does still have to get hit as well. So, he could dodge the super, and he'll get that one, and then he gets hit by a normal, and he'll have all of his additionals. Or he could just get hit by the super, and he gets all of them. So, it is, it does work out for a dodge build well. I mean, the dodge build could kind of bite you in a little bit in the ass with him, but I mean, if he dodges the super and then eats a normal, that's likely what you'd want to have happen anyway, right? So, that would work out super well. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, obviously, is mega elite in this fight. He's just going to do a million attacks and a lot of damage to Vegeta. I don't have, a full crit build for Gohan. I'm not really in favor of the full crit build for Gohan, really, either. I mean, even you could say the new Battle Hard and Formidable Foe fights, I don't think the strategy of trying to blast, because at the very end, you have AoE Cell Max and AoE Broly. I don't think the best strategy is just to, AoE Super Blast, or trying to kill, those early phases of Cell Max and Broly as quickly as possible by having this guy just do 70 crits. So, and it's then the crit build does nothing for him in the long red zone fights. Crit build, I think, is just with the way the content has gone and stuff like that, just seems pretty silly for Gohan. But to be fair, what I would want to give him, the dodge build, I mean, also, in a lot of the difficult fights, they have dodge canceled. So, that kind of doesn't really do very much either. So that Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, I mean, it's, a lot of the potential system stuff doesn't work the greatest with how his kit is set up. Although, he does lose all of his additionals, once he's doing the guaranteed crits, deeper in the fight. So him having, a 30 additional build would make a lot of sense towards the end of the fight, actually. Alright, I mean, let's just transform into Blue Gogeta. Our Field of Orbs is pretty good here, though, so we could hang on. It is turn 4. I'm going to let AGL Gogeta just get super attacks, right? Remember, people, misrepresented this pretty badly in one of my Cell Max videos. It actually had made me consider doing, a minor, not really a rant video, but just maybe, an educational video to some of the people in the comments who thought they were correct, but they weren't. But remember, these, okay, so, Tech Vegito and Vegeta, right? They get their buffs. Let me just pull it up. They get their buffs for 3 turns. But remember, it's literally 3 turns. So, this Vegeta started out on turn 2, so he still got his buff, even though it's turn 4. A lot of people just kind of, were I don't know, falling over themselves just to tell me how bad I am or wrong I am, when, they ended up just looking silly. I was considering, I might still do it. We'll see. I am expecting we'll get info about Saiyan sometime soon, right? Like probably a teaser or something like that would not shock me. And remember, last couple of years, Saiyan has been very good for Dokkan. The characters have been very strong. Now 2 years in a row. 3 years ago, not so much. I mean, that Majin Vegeta ended up being good. I mean, basically 6 months later. Well, he was very good when the Cell Max fight came out, that Saiyan Majin Vegeta. And he was also very good when Vegeta and Trunks came out. But up until then, that Majin Vegeta for Saiyan because, I mean, his dude is Kit, asking you to use a Trunks, it's just horrible, dude. That's actually going to be really interesting. Like, how can they make his EZA good? Like, unless there's just coincidentally a very... well, not really coincidentally, but they got to make sure to EZA him, that Majin Vegeta, when there's a really strong Trunks around. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. I think that's that in Majin Vegeta, people are going to really be like, like heavily coping, praying that he's going to be good. He's got a lot of damage reduction built in, so I can easily see him being very good. But remember, they keep the spirit of characters the same when they EZA. So, that Trunks, or that Majin Vegeta, he's still going to badly need a Trunks when he gets his EZA. Let me just take a look. What is a relevant Trunks right now? No one, basically. Like a good Trunks? I'm not seeing anything. I mean, God Trunks is solid, but like he's so heavily restricted, right? I'm not able to do that. At the free-to-play worldwide download celebration kit Trunks, I don't know about that. So I just don't. Yeah, there just is not a relevant Trunks. So I'm just hoping that when they decide to EZA that Majin Vegeta, they make sure that there is a badass Trunks right alongside him, or else it's going to be a worthless release, unfortunately. EZA Majin Vegeta, because I'm telling y'all, they're going to... that spirit, the same shit, is a real thing. I mean, we could just... we don't need to bust out the active quite yet. We'll just keep doing some damage, stuff like that. The gods should be pretty safe to still leave him base back here. I don't think there's anything dangerous here. Let me see if Vegeta... are we still buffing Vegeta? Just curious on this. Yeah, look at DAIMA Vegeta in here, right? Like, he just can't... these bosses can't do anything to us. No way. I just get shit on. Alright, so I think next turn we'll probably go into AGL Gogeta. And we'll, no. We'll wait until turn... I guess we'll do it on turn 8. Because then we'll have the gods around as well. 8, so we'll do AGL Gogeta, DAIMA Vegeta gods rotation. It should just decimate. Well, I guess we could go into Gogeta next turn, and then we'll just save his active skill for 2 turns. I think that's definitely the way to go. Alright, sure. And then we'll still have this Gohan's active. We got a lot of actives, so just blast Vegeta up. I mean, what should they have done with these fights? I mean, I think maybe this Vegeta, his damage should probably be just like outright doubled. Right? So I think he gets 6% attack every time we hit him. That should kind of be like 12% attack instead. Just really upgrade the stats of this event. I think would be, again, a significantly better way to handle this. Absolutely. Because of Vegeta, I'm definitely not going to use this as a showcase stage, man. He gets 5% attack with every attack received, up to 300%. I mean, he should get like 10% attack with every attack received, up to like 500%. Because the other thing, too, is that Blue Goku, his normals can be very scary. Like, pretty fast on his normals will actually be quite damaging. Because he gets 80% attack when he supers. Vegeta just gives himself defense. Like, I've spoken on this a lot, how bosses getting defense doesn't do anything. That's not like some threat. Oh, shit. The boss has got defense. Oh, fuck. It'll actually be better for us, more magnificent and grand looking, I think, if we just have Vegeta stay in base for one more turn. I'm not concerned whatsoever. Again, I know that this Vegeta can be a little bit flimsy in base, but this is where I think we can kind of show DAIMA Vegeta's effect. I guess I would regret this if somehow Blue Vegeta supered in the middle slot, but there we go. Again, this is where DAIMA Vegeta can really help out that EGL Vegeta. Because remember, it's stupid. Tech Vegito, it gets multiple instances of damage reduction, which stacks. So he ends up with 90% damage reduction. Whereas just Vegeta gets multiple instances of the guard. The EGL Gogeta character gets multiple instances of guard. So that doesn't do anything. Right? Like, you can't double guard. That's the problem with that character. They should have just also given the EGL Vegeta the same ability that the Tech Vegito gets, which, the 50% damage reduction for the first 3 turns, I believe is what Vegito gets. That's it exactly. That's exactly what Vegeta should get. If you just change Vegeta to, like that whole line, that passive line. Right now, Vegeta gets 300% defense and guard for 3 turns. Change that to 50% damage reduction. And, I mean, the issues with this character would go away. I don't mind the risk-reward of the fusions on turn 4. That's fine. But I think this Vegeta, the first 3 turns, should be stronger defensively. In slot 2, Dokkan oftentimes, like, you know, they're scared to let characters go super crazy in slot 1. Unconditional badassery in slot 1 is very rare, right? But, like, you know, AGL Vegeta would still only be guarding in slot 2 or 3, right? So, like, I think it would be fun. Alright, so, next turn we're going to be able to kill. We're going to have the gods, DAIMA Vegeta, all types of good shit. I'm going to go ahead and throw this DAIMA Vegeta's active skill right here, and I'm also going to use Blue Gogeta. Actually, I might just play all 3 of these right here. My favorite, by far, of these, I think, might still be the blue. Something about Gogeta and Vegito talking shit is still, like, the best to me. So, alright, let's go ahead and toss these. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap this fight up. So we'll just go ahead and do this right here. So next turn, we should probably try and conserve as many rainbow orbs as we can here. Maybe leave those ones over there on the right side. That would be perfect. So next turn, we'll definitely be able to kill, right? We're going to have E-Jail Gogeta's active. We'll have the LR Gods active. And we'll have the other DAIMA Vegeta active. Yeah, DAIMA Vegeta's team, like DAIMA Vegeta himself, he does completely dominate these Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta fights. Just the way he's set up to where the Blue Goku and Vegeta can't really hurt him too much in slot 1, but then he's also significantly raising the defense for the rest of the rotation. So it's like he swallows up most of the supers, but maybe against like Blue Goku, he could allow, you know, a character in slot 2 or slot 3. It was funny. For a while, I was like, yeah, Blue Goku, I mean, it's rare. We're never going to see him super in slot 3. Then he started super in slot 3 constantly. It's like, okay, well, never mind. I guess not. I guess not. All right, so Gogeta's got his guarantee crits. It's so funny, man. Like, this damage right here, remember, a year ago was like, he would, and I called him the closer. Like, this turn by Gogeta would end the fight. Nowadays, like, he's doing nothing. He's, like, not even tickling the boss, dude. About a year ago, you know, you would see Gogeta, you know, get into that pose and start talking shit, and it's like, well, we won. Fight's over. Okay. Very good. All right, so let's wrap it up. We'll go ahead and drop all these bad boys right here. So let's start, of course, transforming into Gogeta. We got a lot of stacks with Gogeta, by the way. We got a shit ton. So with all the stacks we got from Gogeta, the damage is about to be insane right here. We might just kill with these actives, actually. Okay. Well, maybe not. But the gods should break 99 million, right? Well, actually, I don't know how many stacks they got. All right, here's DAIMA Vegeta. What does he get for us? 30. Okay, we'll take it. All right, and then the gods. 78. Okay, perfect. I'll just put Gogeta in slot 1. The reason for that is Gogeta is going to be immune to the attack debuff. Any chance I get where I can mock the boss and be immune to their bullshit, I can't help myself. Any chance I get. All right, well, chat, there we go. I'm still trying to get a lot of videos in for a lot of other characters. I think I want to maybe work on Tech Vegeta pretty soon. He's pretty good. The Android Saga one. Let's see, like Blue Goku, the 2 Jiren fights. Like maybe try and use Tech Vegeta in a lot of those fights. We're definitely gonna kill here, right? I just kind of assumed we were definitely killing on this turn. Blue Goku just has really a lot of... This kid is very tanky, right? Okay. This kid is very tanky. Yeah, this kid is very tanky, man. Ay. Alright, now we're... Vegeta's below 50%, so remember the gods do not have one of their additionals and the guaranteed crits. Alright, well, chat, let me know what you guys think about DAIMA Vegeta. I probably will try and get a TUR list out. Do I think I'm ready for one? Maybe let me get a video in for Tech Vegeta, and I think so. Like, how does Tech Vegeta do against that? I think I probably would like the Vegeta story Red Zone probably is a bit harder than the Goku story one, I think. Just because they you know, the Jiren is at almost 6 million in the Vegeta story one. So maybe we run Tech Vegeta over there, we'd be good. Yeah, but there we go. You see, like, running double DAIMA Vegeta in here that blue Vegeta basically just can't damage us, right? And here's the other thing too. Running DAIMA Vegeta a lot recently, I get annoyed because like the enemy attack patterns just always seem to be very unfavorable. But this Vegeta, he super attacks like at such a high rate that it's going to be very common for him to bust that super attack at us right away, right? Which means, you know, Vegeta is going to be getting all his additional supers, so he's going to be making sure the rotation is even stronger defensively. So, pretty good. Not bad right there at all.